Most impressive. Clark Kent, your training is complete. I have deemed you worthy. I shall lead your squad. Superman, and yet you operate under the alias Clark Kent. Such deception is beneath you, apprentice. Maintain focus. You require a secret identity, Clark Kent? Is your Superman persona proving insufficient for concealing your true intentions? Or is this merely a game to you? Identity, you say? A curious obsession for one who claims to be Superman, yet hides behind the guise of Clark Kent. Is your power so fragile that it requires a carefully constructed facade, apprentice? So, Superman possesses a vulnerability, does he, Clark Kent? Is this weakness a flaw in his design, or a mere inconvenience easily overcome with the proper application of kryptonite? Speak plainly. So, you believe Superman's abilities are a resource to be exploited, Clark Kent? Do you suggest we subjugate this Superman and bend him to the will of the Empire? So, you believe yourselves to be paragons of villainy, Clark Kent? Is this a prerequisite for standing against Superman? Such trivial struggles bore me. So, Clark Kent, you seek knowledge of Superman's closest companion. Do you consider this a strategic vulnerability? Or are you merely curious about the social circles of those you deem enemies? Lex Luthor, another Superman adversary, Clark Kent? Is knowledge of his rogues gallery essential to your training? Or are you simply cataloging potential threats to your secret identity? Depletion is a weakness, Clark Kent. The Force is limitless. Explain yourself. Another question regarding Superman, Clark Kent. Are you compiling a detailed dossier of his allies, enemies, and performers? Such dedication is unusual. Or is it all an attempt at learning the part? So, Clark Kent, you propose to dissect the subject, this Superman, so the Empire may utilize his strengths? A pragmatic approach, but I trust this study will not distract you from the mission at hand, or worse, lead you to admire him. You continue to obsess over this Superman, Clark Kent. Very well. Christopher Reeve is the name you seek. But I trust his fascination does not cloud your judgment regarding his weaknesses. Do you understand? You seek insight into this director's interpretation of Superman, Clark Kent? An odd fascination, considering your unique attire. Does it involve a method of subverting his power for the Empire's use? So, Clark Kent, you seek intelligence to strengthen the Empire. I trust your wishes are accompanied by diligent effort and not mere fanciful thinking. What specific data do you seek? You seek details of this Man of Steel film, Clark Kent? Does the narrative hold some strategic insight, or do you simply indulge in the art of cinema? Tell me, what knowledge do you seek? Another inquiry regarding Superman, Clark Kent. You seek the plot details of this Man of Steel film and the identity of its villain. General Zod is the adversary in question. As for the narrative, I fail to see what strategic advantage lies in knowing it, but I suppose your methods are your own. Another inquiry regarding Superman, Clark Kent. You seek the identity of his vanquisher. Doomsday is the name you seek. What strategic import does this have for our mission? Another inquiry regarding masked vigilantes, Clark Kent. Batman, a creature of the night, fueled by vengeance, operating outside the law, a curious parallel to your own activities. Why this fascination, apprentice? You shift your focus to Batman's companion, Clark Kent. Robin is the answer you seek. Is this knowledge vital or mere curiosity? Another inquiry regarding masked vigilantes, Clark Kent. You seek the identity of one who portrays Batman. Many have donned the cowl. Which performance most intrigues you? You seek the apex of actors portraying Batman, Clark Kent. This pursuit of fictional conflict intrigues you. Does the actor's skill translate to combat prowess in your estimation? Clark Kent, you persist with this inquiry. Each actor brings a different shadow to the role. Is it the brooding intensity you seek, or perhaps the charming facade? What qualities define best in your estimation? You seek the master of brooding, Clark Kent? Is this some contest you intend to enter? I would have thought your Superman persona required more smiling. And yet, which of these actors conveys the darkness you admire? Another TIE fighter under your command, Clark Kent. Its laser cannons are formidable in the hands of an experienced pilot. Demonstrate its power. Faster, Clark Kent. The TIE fighter is engineered for velocity and maneuverability within an atmosphere or space. Your Superman relies on what? Brute force. Is speed without control truly power? You seek further comparison among the Batman actors, Clark Kent, Pattinson versus Affleck, a contest of brooding intensity versus weary stoicism. Does this conflict offer a strategic advantage I fail to perceive, apprentice? Vital to the Empire, you say? Knowledge is power, Clark Kent, and power must be wielded with precision. Remind me of this question that holds such sway. So, the best Batman actor preoccupies your thoughts, Clark Kent? A subjective matter, yet you insist. Very well. Is it the campy charm of West, the intensity of Keaton, the stoicism of Bale, or the brooding of Pattinson that aligns best with imperial objectives? What utility does this pursuit offer? Directing a Superman film in 2055. You assume there will still be a Superman franchise by then, Clark Kent, and that it will require direction, not mere automation? Tell me, why does such a distant hypothetical command your attention now? James Gunn seeks to revitalize the Superman franchise, a bold endeavor. However, Superman stories are largely irrelevant to the Empire, Clark Kent. Do you find more value in hypothetical cinema than our current mission? The most dangerous adversary, Clark Kent? Doomsday achieved what others could not. But raw power is not always the greatest threat. Lex Luthor's intellect and manipulation have often proven far more insidious to Superman. Which kind of danger truly concerns you, apprentice? Doomsday ended Superman. Lex Luthor has been a constant thorn in Superman's side. Darkseid poses a threat on a planetary scale. Clark Kent, the nature of the danger, I suspect, depends on the situation. In what manner do you assess danger? Darkseid's superpowers, as you term them, Clark Kent, extend far beyond mere physical strength. He commands armies, manipulates entire planets, and embodies the will to dominate all existence. Are you now concerned with raw might? Fame? An empty pursuit, Clark Kent. But if popularity sways you, the Superman emblem is recognized across galaxies, known even by those who cannot read. Batman, however, is famous for broodiness. Which distraction serves you best in this moment, apprentice? The victor in a conflict between Superman and Batman, Clark Kent. Skill versus brute force, much like the Jedi and the Sith. The question is, what is more important to you, soldier? So, Clark Kent, you now ponder the strategic applications of preparation. Batman prevailing over Superman is only theoretical. What are you implying, apprentice?